as just a fan, as a former athlete, as everything, I don't think I've ever seen a game, whether it was hockey, football, baseball, any type of a sport, have I ever seen come down to a last second blink of an eye and have it be dictated other than the athletes. You guys lost that game. What are your thoughts about that national championship game and how it went down and how just everything about it?
Well, it still stings like salt to the flesh wound, but I think what I take away from the last trilogy, the last 3 years, is they have a very highly skilled program. With Mark, by the way, despite rumors, we have a very good relationship and we speak about our families often. And I really admire Mark and who he is and what he's done for women's hockey. I think he's an absolutely great human being. With that, actually, a funny side note on Mark Johnson is when Diana Sabo was recruiting coaches for my position, she called Mark, and Mark was a big advocate of mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so...
so he's why he didn't win last year's national championship, or I wonder if he's talking to himself about that one a little bit.
No, I think he ended up being just fine. But I think this past season was difficult because we lost a lot of seniors, experienced seniors. We lost 10. And we came in with half our team because our team's been small. And we had to have a lot of then juniors become the leaders, and they'd never been in that position before because they never had to be because we had a lot of seniors the previous year. And even the year before that was Sophie and Emma and Gabby and Peyton and Dizal. So we had a lot of leaders in the past 2-3 years. And so they were now thrown into a position of hierarchy, and they did great. They did great when it mattered most, and that was at the end. You can have ups and downs. Geez, we're the longest sports season in NCAA history, so it's a long season. Every weekend grind from September to March, and so with that, we had a lot of injured players, severely injured players, missing a lot of games. We had a player McKenna play another sport. And came in injured too. And they just had to, again, have that Rocky mindset, like you're hurt and you're beat up, but we need you. We need you to help us. You're part of the team. We need you to suck it up and help us. And they did. And so with that game, all year, I guess, we've been going toe to toe, and Wisconsin had a remarkable season. I'm just glad we beat them in November because I was part of the 2013 undefeated team from Minnesota because I sure as hell wasn't going to let Wisconsin be a part of that. I remember Brad called me up and said, "Muzzy, I'm so glad you beat them." Because,
really?
Yeah, because he loves that title to his name too. There's a lot of pride in that.
Oh.
And so it was split in November, and then we had to go back to them in January because of the outdoor game. Normally we play them in February, and we went to the outdoor game, and they beat us badly in that January game. And then we went to the outdoor game, and we took them to shootouts, which was fantastic for the fans. A great game, stylish jerseys, and then we know that we had to face them again if we wanted to win it all. And when we went to that national championship game as an underdog, with them having 3 Patty Kazmaier finalists and 5 in the top 10 of the Patty Kazmaier to our 1.
Yeah, it was played at Ritter, which was like kind of like a home game for
them. It was definitely a home game. I think they were
Wisconsin.
95% Wisconsin, 5% us, if that. It's confusing because both teams were red, but we say scarlet. And I thought that we dominated for a while of that game, at least 5-on-5, and we scored some really nice goals, some nice individual goals, and some nice plays. And it was just unfortunate of how it ended, when it happened as well.
So, maybe walk us through the last 2 minutes of that game.
Oh, well, In fairness to us, we made an error. We had too many men on the ice. I think somebody got overzealous and jumped out, and we were supposed to chip the puck. We didn't get it deep enough, and I was in their ear of getting pucks deep because they counterattack very fast. And I know that they were going to try to pull their goalie, and we didn't want that to happen. And so somebody jumped on when they shouldn't have, and we tried to pull them off, couldn't pull them off, and it was noticed, fair enough. And now we know that we're going to be playing 5-on-4, but most likely 6-on-4. So our team was sacrificing their body to win that game. And there was a moment with 50 seconds or so left that Teely had the puck in her possession, and it was not visible. It was covered, and a player from Wisconsin came in and kicked underneath her armpit, and it was missed by the ref. And then we, just by instinct, swat the puck away with our hand and kept it in motion, though, into the corner. And it was a player from Wisconsin that noticed that, and that's why Mark called it, because he couldn't see from his angle, and the ref missed that as well. And they were rewarded for the penalty shot, which is the ruling. But as a coach, we could not actually even challenge the goalie interference for the reason why the puck was dislodged, because it didn't go in the net. If the puck actually went in, it would have been better, because we could have challenged goalie interference and we would have won that. We would have had a face-off in our zone with 18 seconds left with a 3-2 lead. And a possible, and it couldn't have even been a possible penalty. I couldn't challenge a major because it wasn't a major penalty.
So 18 seconds left. It's 3-2. You're like, man, tell me if I'm wrong. We're about to win our third national championship back-to-back against these guys.
I really thought so, because that play happened at the 50 seconds and the whistle didn't blow until the 18 seconds, so it kept going on. So they went back. And when they reviewed it, they didn't see the kick. They just saw the hand pass.
So why don't they, it seems like it's one play.
No, you review the challenge only.
So they don't review the play.
They review the challenge only.
Is that something that's just common in hockey, or?
I don't know about other. Well, actually, in volleyball, they turned this over too. They want to get the play right, and if you challenge something, but then that challenge is wrong, but then they see maybe the girl hit the net or whatever, then the point doesn't count because you did an infraction. So they'll take the whole context.
But hockey's not doing it.
Not yet, but that's what I'm hoping can change moving forward. Because even in the Minnesota game, I think personally there were some, on the Minnesota men's hockey game, there were some missed penalties that resulted into a goal. And I think that you should be able to review the play.
Because of what happened, is it something that you think, hey, we can still make the game better? And yeah, we were the ones that had to go through it. So I can be kind of the leader on helping change that rule? Is that a rule that you'd like to see changed?
I just want to get it right.
Get it right, yeah. Well,
let's get it right. Just get it fair. Just get it right, because it wasn't fair to our team. Where if that was a missed contact to our goalie, we should be able to review. Because granted, there wasn't a goal, but the penalty shot resulted into the goal. So indirectly, it became a goal.
So yeah. So basically, if it was right, and the Wisconsin player running into your goalie, that in contextual aspect, that penalty shot never would have happened. So you would have had 18 seconds.
I think it would have been a goalie interference.
It would have been a goalie interference. Now, if it's a goalie interference, is that a penalty against Wisconsin then?
Well, it depends it depends if they review it as a kick or not.
Okay, so it is still subjective. So it could have been a penalty on Wisconsin, which would have taken their advantage away, but it could also just been no penalty on anybody. Wisconsin still has the advantage with a goalie pulled and do it again. So
the judgment call of the referee of how they would have handled that infraction, but it was clear to us that it was a goalie interference, no goal. What they do with it after, in terms of that athlete that came in and kicked our goalie under the armpit or in the blocker, that's up to the refs at that point.
So that one stings.
Oh, that one burns. I probably need a therapist for a while on that one, because I didn't know as a coach how to take care of your team on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, I could only imagine. I mean, that
I
was
don't
unexpected.
I don't think
What
there's too many athletes that can understand what those girls have gone through.
yeah, that would be my next kind of question. Like, what was the mindset with the girls
Absolutely distraught and
after the
broken.
team?
Broken. Absolutely broken. But now, I mean, we have a choice, right? Put our tail between our legs, or are we going to go out and have a vendetta? We're going to have a vendetta.